The grand final, everybody! Here we are! Blackheart's Bay is not the map, it is actually Hanamura, so I've been duped. They're going to correct this in just a second, but it is indeed washed up, I mean, against Team WoW. So that's currently the map number 1 in our best of 5 here at the grand final of Meta Madness. So we get a rematch. The last time that these two team maps was in the winner bracket final, and at that point Team WoW just stomped the opposition. They won it with a 3-0, so washed up is here for vengeance. And with me is once again Trixler, who's currently talking about burritos and pooping.
Yeah, well, I wasn't talking about it. I was talking about burritos, and someone else brought up the conversation about it. I swear that is a great introduction to game number 1. Here's Trixler as he's talking about some random
in the grand final.
In the grand final of the tournament. I think fiber intake is pretty important. It should be a discussion that we have, but maybe this isn't the time for that discussion. Maybe not.
I would agree, though. Having a healthy stool is important, Tim, so yes.
I agree, too. This is a good thing. This is solid for everybody involved. Chromie and Stitches being banned out. Hanamura. Man, is this a map where we're going to get some early Artanuses, some early Illidan, some map control characters, maybe even a Gaz Lord himself?
I doubt it a little bit. I mean, given the fact that this is now literally the grand final and we have 2,000 euros of prize money on the line, I would assume that we're going to get them all in full tryhard mode. So we had some Artanuses on Hanamura, but Yrel is the first pick. Varian is still up. You could go for a Varian composition here.
Ooh. I like the way that we're seeing Tyrael played in this tournament, by the way. Just kind of like floating around the side in a spot where if he has to, he can Eldruin do his teammates, but trying to like peel people out of position and get damage on him.
What's a better, by the way? A doner or a burrito?
What's a doner?
You take that back!
What's a doner? I'll Google it. How do you spell it?
A kebab.
Oh, a kebab. Oh,
like a proper one.
Like one that has like a shish kebab through all the way through. And it
no,
has, like,
no, like pita bread.
Like pita bread and then like a kebab, like the full meat into it, like you get in Turkey, that kind of kebab.
Yeah.
Oh. I think burrito. Like
that's just sad.
I have yet to have a kebab that like has been full of flavor, if that makes sense.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, all the kebabs that I've had have always been like, oh, that's nice, you know? And like, do you want to say that's nice when it comes to your food? I don't think so.
Okay,
when you get a burrito,
you're
like,
need to wean you off that Californian diet of yours. You need to visit me in Spain, and we are going to correct some of those culinary deficiencies that you're obviously experiencing here.
The only thing that I had when we went to Katowice, I believe it was, there was a kebab pizza, and that was pretty good. That seemed to be flavored meat. Other than that, though, most of the meats that I have been like street vendors out here.
I can only respond with my chatter set. It literally just came in banned. Okay.
You would have, man. I would like to have a good kebab. If anyone would like to treat me to a good kebab, I'm in.
We're gonna get you to Europe, and we're going to fill those gaps. That's something we need to work on.
I feel like this is how you respond to things. If someone's like, this is incredible, you should try it. I'm like, okay, I'd be down to try it. But then you still have to respect my decision and opinion when I do try it.
Yeah, but you don't have one because you didn't try it yet. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. So like the ones that I have had have been mediocre. And I'm down to try an extravagant experience.
That makes me sad.
No, it makes me sad too. I like food. Food makes me happy. You know?
Alright, what makes me happy is that we now have our first game of the grand final, but it seems like we're not going to get the variant pick that I predicted earlier, because they decided in favor of Cassia first. Ooh, May! Alright. May and Lunara.
May and Cassia is actually such a good combination. Like, May just slows them down for an eternity, and Cassia just welts on them.
I think at least yesterday Cassia had the worst win rate of all in the playoffs. I think it has improved since then, but at some point she was at like 15% or so. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Meaty boys. Chin and Artanis coming in. So we see the Artanis. I did not expect the Chin.
I didn't expect the double together with Tyrael, but yeah, with the good sanctification, they can go deep on that fight and create more space for Jaina. So they're setting things up for Hanamura for a lot of aggression already. And that leaves us with the final pick for Washed Up. So what we learned here is that Tim needs to have a proper kebab, and Team WoW likes the melee heroes. And Copenhagen picks Deathwing for the final choice.
The
Boys and girls,
Deathwing.
let's go! Game number 1, grand final at Meta Madness number 7 between Washed Up and Team WoW. Game number 1, the grand final, Team WoW against Washed Up with the Quasar on Chen, Banana on Deckard Kane, Ultralisk with a German efficiency playing Jaina. We got Masquerade on Yrel and Dino on Artanis.
And for the red team, Q open on Deathwing, Hasuab's Lenara, Nick on Cassia, Malfurion being played by Yasu, and then Bad Benny to show us some May. May he have a good game.
You complained about my puns earlier and then you throw that one in, really?
I was just being kind. What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
I wish well for Bad Benny. He gave me a good laugh in the HEC, so I will always wish well for him.
Was it Bad Benny or Quacknix that was doing all of the swear words in the interview, and he was like, he said like shit, and he's like, fuck, I'm not allowed to swear, right?
I can't
remember which one that was.
I think it was Bad Benny, because I think Quack was pretty good at PR in general. Kind of knew what he was doing.
Oh, it was just always so damn good.
The only one that was weird was when Quack had that like guy that was in his room as well, his housemate, that was like in the middle of like a shower and was coming out like half naked, and I was like, oh no, what are we about to see? That was about the only time that was a weird moment with Quack.
Oh yeah, I absolutely loved it. The interviews were the best, just because they were so bad that they were good. Glorious. Well,
they getting locked down. Cassie unable to really do anything here, trying to retrieve, but they get picked up, and the melee boys reign supreme as Artanis delivers the final blow with his side blades of death.
and then a second later, we have Jaina die too. So top lane is a little bit alone. Kill for a kill. But yeah, we got stacks on Cassia on level 1, so Nick is going to try to get to the big numbers here. And with the exchange and kills, the teams are immediately focusing on the Sentinels. Get the big camps into the action.
Oh, interesting. Reactive parry being picked up for Artanis instead of the amateur opponent, which I like a lot against the Merc camps.
I actually like this one quite a bit. Dino played Artanis several times, and he started it off with reactive parry, and he is becoming an absolute monster as the game continues. So he plays one of the more impressive Artanis, in my opinion, in this tournament.
Well, I'll keep an eye on him then. I'm ready to see it. I mean, it makes sense against Cassia, Lunara, taking out a couple of those Blancs, keeping your W's rotating in. Gosh, even May does some decent damage with her auto attacks, which starts building up with some builds, so see how it all unfolds. For now, it's all about the experience gain, though, as 4 3/4 or 4 1/4 unlocks for our teams. I love Open-O here, by the way. Just being a complete nuisance with the Deathwing, helping out with the Samurai on the top side, because he knows he can walk away from that fight if anything comes his way.
Yeah. He had a bit of a rough time in the last series that he played, at least the beginning, but he definitely just picked it up then, starting with game number 3, and right now much more solid than before. It's always funny to me because in a lot of the tournaments it always feels like some of the guys need an extra cup of coffee, and as the series continues, they're just really finding into their playstyle, despite the fact that they're actually doing warm-ups before the game starts. So yeah, that was a good example of that as well. But Chen now top side, still up against Deathwing. Personally, I believe that Deathwing should have a special ability where he can just eat any kind of animal, so that would include Chen, Murky, and Misha. That should just be a thing.
They're all why not humans and monsters too? They're all the same size to him, right? He's massive. Isn't there like a WoW fight where you're literally standing on his back the entire time?
Probably. Like my favorite thing is when he hides in a bush. You can literally see him everywhere, and it's like, oh no, where is he? You can't see him anymore.
Oh, those bushes, man, those are deadly. And what else is deadly too is Yasu. He's getting locked down by Chen and the rest of these tanks. They are just body blocking him into a corner.
Malfurion down. Benny on the run, and Hanzo is also hopping away slowly. Ultralisk with the battle chihuahua is trying to get him down here, but that didn't quite happen. But yeah, I like it. It's a nice back and forth that we have between the two of them right now. And this is also, I believe this was, to my knowledge, the starting map in the winner bracket series that the two of them played. Not 100% certain anymore. There are so many games that I've cast over the last couple of days that I'm really starting to lose track a little bit. But
Are you saying spending 13 hours a day casting Haas is just making you not remember every detail?
It can be confusing at times, let's put it like that.
You falling off, Khaldor. What happened, dude?
Yeah, I'm slacking. I'm getting old, dude. I'm getting old.
Oh, my excuses. My golly.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, you know, there wasn't a problem. Now, after 13 hours, I'm getting a little bit tired. It's actually sad.
You need more bananas in your shakes. You really do.
Exactly.
Open's trying to set up a possible gank here on Daquanza, but Daquanza sniffs that out, cues away, sneaks out. Bad Benny comes for a flank, but Chin does not care. He's out of there ASAP.
Yeah, bot lane, they're still playing a little bit around the payload, but I don't think that anybody really believes that they have an open shot at it just yet. Cassia would love to have a few more fights and skirmishes so that she can stack the level 1. But Copen is getting a little bit body blocked here, and Deathwing is having a bit of a problem. Yeah. Him being plus size doesn't help him in that situation. Body blocks a bit too easy. The Panda comes in, and as Fat Illidan jumps on you, you don't stand a chance. So the Deathwing is down. Kill number 3 for Team WoW. And now they're going for the camp down here at the bottom as well. Oh,
Yeah,
Benny.
Yeah, I cancelled
it.
He's thinking about it.
For a second afraid that they might lose the camp after all.
I do like this comp though. The more I look at it, just like the body blocking potential is incredible.
I mean,
like even Deathwing will struggle with that later on.
Yeah, honestly, when we're looking at the blue team, you jump in with Chen, you jump in with Illidan. There's a lot of mobility that they have to really target a single hero and lock him down for Jaina to do the damage. And that doesn't even account for level 10. Once
It looks fun.
Yeah, once that we have that, it can really get out of control. Masquerade, though, gets caught, and that's a kill.
He picked Sanification and tried to proc it, but it was just slightly delayed, and then he got interrupted there by Bad Benny. Heads up play by Bad Benny. That earns him a kill. Yeah, this comp, like, I want to run Tyrael, Chen, Artanis. I just need 2 friends that play Hots, and then we could do it. That seems so fun.
It seems very aggressive for sure.
It seems great. Just bypass everybody. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Dino's going in, locking down Open. He's going to be able to fly out, using his ultimate to escape. Unfortunate, though, that he won't have that in a fight. And now Yasuo all by himself.
Good luck.
Yeah. Well, that many times gonna walk. Wait,
team.
no way.
What?
No way.
Oh, he actually made it out. No, there's the kill. They gotta get him. It took way too long, but they got him.
Dino holding off, though. Nice. You know, that reactive
boy.
parry is actually buying him a lot of time here. Another engage.
Yeah.
Masquerade goes from behind. Swap barely misses there, but I can see like what they're trying to do. They get the attacks off, get the double attacks, try to peel out. Artanis gets low, but he has those shields up, and the Masquerade goes in and just locks him from behind. This will get a lot better too at 13 if it gets that Holy Grail.
Yeah. We had a comp yesterday where they played, I mean, we're calling Chen Fat Illidan for a reason, right? So let him eat cake, but yesterday we got a combo with Chen and Illidan.
Oh, it's better than one Illidan?
If you want to
Two
hate your life at
Illidans.
some point, you got to play against that. That's a lot of fun, I'm telling you.
Just add the Abathur hat in there and it's over with. Oh, that would be really enjoyable. Yeah, I missed some old HOTS comps. Like, I don't nearly play as much HOTS as I used to back in the day, but there's so much fun stuff you can do in this game if you just can get that whole teamwork thing to go your way.
Yeah.
Dino goes for a swap, but you can't actually swap onto a Deathwing. He uses that instead to follow up into a W and Open. Will uses a Heroic there to try and scare them away with some fear. And finally, the objective of the game will be going over the blue team, and it will do some damage, but I don't even think it kills a fort yet.
No, I mean, shots are being fired, but yeah, they're not going to take the entire thing down yet. We still have the sentries doing some work, so there's that. Down at the bottom of the map. Still got the opportunity to take a few more of the camps, but they're all playing a little bit slower, so it's not really that fully committed action fighting style that we had in some of the previous games where they very quickly then lost control of the game. I like that Washed Up is playing this a little bit more controlled and relaxed. They're still a bit behind, but they have potential to bring this or turn this around. More so if Cassia can stack, but I gotta give some credit to the blue team. They've really made it hard for Cassia to get solid stacks on the level 1.
Ooh, this fort should get picked off. Maybe not. They don't really have any auto attack damage when you look at it without going into melee range. Dino finally circling in, goes to swap, finds Yasuo once again. There goes Suppression Pulse to blind out everyone here. And they take the opportunity to jump on top of Mei, but here comes Deathwing as he runs in. Sanctification, and they are beating up on that dragon. A Ring of Frost is from the back, and Khaldor, this fight is going a mile a minute.
Damn, Malfurion dead, everybody popping ults here. Ring of Frost also out, double kill, and maybe a third as Nick is also getting eliminated. They're turning the attention to Mei, and she's there too. That's 4 heroes down on the red team side. The only one lost on the side of Team WoW is Artanis, who created a lot of space again in this game. 9 kills to 3, and Team WoW just popped off in that battle. Damn.
Yeah, that was really clean. I also love the Chin sitting there drinking and providing shield for his entire team. The major thing there, though, was Masquerade landing that Sanctification at a perfect time for when Deathwing came in. Deathwing wanted to land and drop his spear and then do massive damage, but Tyrael negated all of that, which allowed for the team to turn it around and eventually get those kills. So good job, Masquerade! Your Tyrael is nutty, my man.
Yeah, the timing on that was absolutely perfect. And also the Ring of Frost coming out just a second later on the side, even a bit of zoning with that too. So they got everything. Quick kill against Lunara from Artanis with his ult. That's a nice one. And now they can push easily past the top. Artanis is still at the bottom of the map and is pushing the waves towards the keep wall. But up here, it seems like this fort is gonna fall, or at least drop insanely low. And, I mean, Team WoW has a 2-level advantage over Washed Up now, so they're really putting the pressure on, and they will soon get level 16, which is going to increase it even more.
I'm looking over at the red team, I'm just wondering, where do they go from here? Their damage does get spicier as we head into the late game side, and you actually have to think about that level 20 pickup for Cassia, where you can get the infinite chain ball going off, because it would be really good in this composition with all the melees bouncing around.
I mean,
but that is 7 levels away.
One of the problems also, he doesn't stack too quickly. It's already 11 minutes in and he's at 40. Normally you want to be around that number when you're 8 minutes into the game, but because he didn't get a lot of opportunities to use it in fights, there weren't enough skirmishes that are really drawn out. It's really tough for him to scale that damage up on the level 1. So as talents kick in, it's obviously going to improve, but it's going to be a bit dicey. And they just got to find an angle, but now they're going to fall behind in talents in just a second. Every ult gets popped out in the fight. They go for Deathwing, and he's the first one to fault him.
He gets picked off. Here's a stay a while listen from Banana as it will hit Bad Betty. Bad Betty's going to go ahead and skirt on out of here. Arcanus once again creating space, goes in for a blade dash. We'll be able to get up his shield and decides to walk away from the fight. Meanwhile, Bad Betty trying to escape in the bottom left with Yasi providing the heals. Here's a swap! Oh, it does not connect, but that's still fine for them. They have all 5 of their girthy boys here, and they are pushing down this fort with all their damage.
If anything, I'm surprised that nobody else died. It's unbelievable to me that they got out with everything else, but there's the swap, and Benny is not gonna make it. It takes a hot second, but Mei is down, and now they're making the move for the keep. Top fort of the blue team has been eliminated by the Sentinel though, and Deathwing is going a little bit deep here, trying to cut them off and drive a wedge between the players of the blue team. Dino might fall victim to that. He's still trying to get out here, swapping himself left, right, and center, popping another ult, but eventually it is too much for Artanis to handle.
Being the warrior and leader he is, Artanis was like, all right, you guys all run, I'll stay and fight till my last breath, and he did that perfectly because he is the best leader of any Protoss unit that is on the field. Fort did not go in the bottom right. Shout out to Deathwing for being able to fly on in and separate the team fight, and that gives him a chance.
Alright, so 12-4 on the kill count. Well, they need the level 16 talent. That's the next problem here. So when they have that, then maybe they can at least go and do a little bit of damage in one of the team fights and turn this around, because it's the only way how they can get back into the game. They need to win some fights and then start to control it. They lost both of their forts. The keep at the bot lane is already low. And then in addition to that, we're now also looking, of course, at the next objective, which, if taken, could destroy the keeps on the red team side. So they're running a little bit of time and space. 2 levels until 20. That's the time that Washed Up has to force a fight on even talents.
Dude, Deathwing is just getting annihilated here. Trying to sneak on out there. But with the Chen chasing him down, remember that movement speed could be pretty pivotal. Open, trying to get the space! Oh my gosh, he got out of there just in time. Wow! Holy moly!
53 stacks right now. Cassia is just not getting the numbers up quickly enough, so that's been unfortunate. They're really relying on Lunara mainly for the damage, and they have, of course, still a lot to go for. Lunara, if you look at her, is 45,000. Jaina, top damage for the blue team, is only at 36. It really comes down to coordination a lot, but the blue team is again playing this aggressive. They could have gone for their own sentinel, they decided against it. They're trying to steal the cap away, and in comes Shen, trying to barrel them off. Deathwing, on the other hand, is dead. He held the position for as long as he could. And here comes Deckard with a sleep setup for the pain.
It's just too much help. Yasuo getting chased here as well. Finally, it will get picked off. Dino will have to chase here. Has a swap, but Hostile is able to sidestep it. Nicely done by him. But it's a 5v3, and this Fort's in trouble. And this is the best part about Artanis. He can step up and literally auto-attack down Fort, tank that damage with a healer backing him up, and be just fine. Meanwhile, in the top lane, with that Samurai being grabbed, it's going to be 2 keeps being taken down at once, Khaldor.
Yes, they're taking the bot lane now. Up at the top, it's a Sentinel that does work, and now Nick in trouble, and they take Cassia down. Benny follows a second later. That's going to be game number 1. Team WOH is just so unbelievably strong right now. It is crazy. They dominated the winner bracket final, and now they're doing such a fantastic job here on the first map of the grand final as well. Really impressive performance. Sanctification comes out, and that is the end. The lead in the series for the blue team here at the grand final. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Well, Infernal Shrines, map number 2. The lead goes to the blue team as they take the initial victory on Hanamura. Now with Infernal Shrines, a chance for Team Washed Up to bring it back, but I gotta say, Team WOH is quite strong here. Very, very nice execution. It's not only the drafting, it's really the execution that we're seeing in the games that impresses me probably the most.
Speaking of drafting, with Alexstrasza, now that I've seen 2 maps with this map being played, do you consider a ban on Alexstrasza if you don't want to play her?
I don't really think... we haven't seen a lot of Alexstrasza bans, honestly. At least not this early in the matches. Once that you whittle a support pull down a little bit more, yes, then it makes sense. But I don't think that you ban her out, because there's too many other heroes still around this early that you want to get rid of. Junkrat is a good example. Dehaka, when not being played yet, would be another one. And then you have always Inuburak, Varian, Chromie. Tons of heroes that are just so powerful where I would say that they supersede Alexstrasza in even on Infernal Shrines.
Sure, that makes sense. Just been seeing a trend on this map, so you have to really account for that. You know they are accounting for that in draft. And let's see what we got here. Chromie ban.
Yeah, there's a Chromie ban. If anything, then I would more so think about maybe banning out Tychus, but he normally is let through, and then he gets picked on Infernal Shrines, at least if the map is played this early. So, yeah, would be a bit surprised.
I call this a Transformer map. Like Ragnaros, Tychus, Alexstrasza, all really good on this map.
We had actually a Transformer team composition. I'm telling you, in the group stage, they went crazy. We had a Warcraft team, we had a Starcraft team, we had a Protoss team. At some point, they went into a Transformer team where they played Alexstrasza, Illidan with the Metamorphosis transformation, Tychus, Tassadar, and I forgot who the last one was. Who else can transform? Who am I thinking about? But yeah, they went all out on this, so it was super fun. They were theming every single composition. But there's the Dehaka band that I said. So,
who was the 5th transformation? I gotta know that. Was it Rag?
Might have been Rag? I don't think so. Who was it? Kerrigan for Nick, instant first pick, by the way. I mean, damn son. So yeah, he already showcased that in the previous series, in the loser bracket final, how strong he is with her. And they are obviously hoping that he can now carry them to victory. Puts the backpack on, the big boots, and let's go. Ah, right, Vikings. Vikings was the transformation character that were played. So he went longboat.
They became the bow?
Yeah, they went full on longboat.
Oh, did you sing the song when it happened?
No, I didn't sing a song.
You didn't sing it? Oh, you gotta sing the song when the boat happens. It's like la 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 la. They go into like full law mode.
That's not
it's
a
great.
song.
That's a song they sing when they're
noise.
going. It's like did it. It's from the Super Nintendo game.
Okay.
They're like playing it the entire time.
I didn't play a Super Nintendo game. I played Lost Vikings on the PC back then, but I don't remember a song.
Yeah, they have like a little like theme song that they play whenever they go into the boat. It's cute.
I would not be
become little
surprised, by the
Vikings.
way, if they're banning Uther now, because if you have Banana on Ana for Malthael, Nano Boosted Tormented Souls, and then Uther with the Divine Shield as an option, that can hurt a lot. So, wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be an Uther ban. If that can be played as the main tank there with the double support, that would worry me a little bit. But, yeah. That's a real powerful composition when you're playing it on Infernal Shrine, so at least it can be.
I'm just buckled up in my little seatbelt card. Oh, they banned the Uther. They still not coming. Ooh.
All right.
Let me check. Is Blaze? I'm assuming Blaze is like one of the banned characters forever.
Yeah,
right?
he's one of the first ones that got the axe.
Yeah,
Everybody was
every
just
time I
like,
see Kerrigan,
out.
I just think Blaze. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so with Kerrigan taken, Kerrigan and Nubarak, you got a lot of stuns. You got Tychus, which is fantastic for Infernal Shrines. It's a powerful draft for Washed Up. I gotta be honest, if they don't win with this one, then it's going to be a massive challenge to get even a single point onto the board. Because so far, this is looking fantastic for them. Now, obviously, Sonya, strong in the conditions that we have here. Varian as well. A lot of good tools for Team WoW. But when we're thinking about how much of an impact Nick has with Kerrigan, just generally speaking, Benny is also on one of his comfort picks. They have Tychus. They need to make a dent here. They need to do that. They have Zul and they get Tirana. So more stuns, more lockdown, wave clear. They got it all at this point.
Gosh, that CC train, man. I would not want to play in that. Oof.
Yeah,
Either of them can open up. Like Kerrigan can open up because it's. I mean, technically you want to have Kerrigan be the follow-upper after some CC, but it's Nick on Kerrigan, so like he can just do whatever he wants.
Yep.
Nubarak, knock someone up. Zul just hit the Bone Prison. You follow up with the Lunar Flare. Like every option here is. Oh, it's a Kel'Thuzad!
There he is. Told you about him early. He was played a lot in the playoffs, way more than I expected it.
Is this gonna work?
Yeah, it can. It definitely can. Dino has been playing a fantastic Kel'Thuzad, but hey, let's find out. Team WoW against Washed Up, map number 2, and this is going to be a spicy one. Can Washed Up pull it off? We'll find out together. Game number 2, Team WoW with a lead, and Kel'Thuzad. Dino on Kel'Thuzad, Masquerade on Varian. We got Banana on Ana as the blue team is trying to pull ahead with a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 grand final. Ultralisk on Malthael and Dayquaza on Sonya.
For our red team, trying to get their first score of the match here in this best of 5 series. Hasu on Tychus, Q open on Zul, Nick on Kerrigan, Yasu on Tyrande, and Bad Benny showing us some Nubarak, giving us that bug gameplay.
Kel'Thuzad from Dino. Let's see if they can keep him alive. That's going to be the big question mark here. With Nick on Kerrigan, it's not going to be easy, but this is really the game where Washed Up needs to put a dent into the armor of their opponents, or it is going to be a very, very rough ride. Infernal Shrines, the second map, stuns galore, and Benny already in trouble right from the beginning of the game, but he makes it out of the fight.
Yeah, he was using his beetle butt there to try and bait for Kerrigan, but Kerrigan wasn't able to get that combo over the wall.
And, well, already a little bit of a hit down here. Obviously, with Zul at the top lane, we're going to see Sonya very quickly rotate up to meet him there. The battle is starting, though, so they're trying now with a quick kill, and they get it. Kel'Thuzad is dead. Dino is done. First blood in the game, he's gone, and Banana gets the owl and the special treatment of Hanzo Orbs as Washed Up takes 2 kills in a row.
That's okay. Kel'Thuzad got 2 stacks. That's what my teammates would tell me. It's fine. We got 2 stacks. It's all good. On our way to our power spikes. But with this siege camp being taken, that'll be some additional experience for our red team, and they will take a substantial lead. Oh, Kel'Thuzad may be in trouble again. He's on the top left side here. Can Bad Benny sit this out?
Yeah. I mean, I really like what we're currently seeing now from Washed Up. They went aggressive at the beginning, they got their kills in, they followed with the Ana kill after they eliminated Kel'Thuzad, then instantly the rotation towards the camp. This is exactly how you want to get ahead in the game. It's a small lead, but it's a significant one. They can now pick up the additional mercenary camps, and then they have to try and just carry that momentum into the mid and late game. That has to be the goal here.
Man, they are just ping-ponging back and forth. Yeah, I'm just watching Kel'Thuzad. That's my main focus right now. I want to see where he's able to get off his combos. Nick leading fiercely. Masquerade does step up, has the taunt. He does get it off. Lunafighter trying to help out. Ooh, combo doesn't quite hit there for Dino, and Bad Vinny will turn around the full engage. And that is one of the best ways to deal with a Kel'Thuzad. After he does his combo, make sure you just burn everything and try and burn him down. You see Dino already low on HP and begging for heals from Banana.
This is a really big question mark for me too, because it is Nick's Karrigan against Kel'Thuzad. Nice damage down here for just a moment, and he's trying to get a little bit more out, but the blue team has to retreat. But it's going to be the question whether or not Dino is going to survive against Nick. That's a really big question, because if he can, and he stays far back, he has that triple front line, if they can shield him, then I think Dino is going to pick up steam very, very quickly and make things super difficult for Washed Up. But if Nick can just do his thing and really put the pressure on, get some CC through, then Dino might just have real problems surviving. And if he's not going to die all the time, he might just as well be on the run and be totally useless here. So that interplay between the two of them is going to be crucial.
Burrow charge into a full combo. One more pick there as Malthael gets deleted instantly. Sonya was on the shrine but was unable to grab any of these minions for the build-up, and now they do have to wait for Malthael to come back. Zul runs to the bottom, however, though, to soak up some more additional experience and build towards that level 7. 8 to 9 so far in control of the shrine, and it looks like the blue team is going to put up their own hand here and try to fight for it.
Yeah, so they have the lead now with 15 to 11. The attack comes in again. Another combo, another kill. There is a reason why teams tend to ban Karrigan against Nick on Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines. He is a monster, and even if he himself does not get the kill, he's usually the one to set them up right now. So they are just brutalizing the opponent, and now they're also setting a trap for Dino, who's smart enough to take the slow path around. Gets stunned, but he's still alive, so that's worth something.
And I was like, alright, spray paint. Good shot there.
This is actually kind of ridiculous, because that was such a good decision from Dino, such a safe play. If he tries to just cut any corners here, he's dead, and they have a much bigger problem on the defense.
That's what a Newback is so good for doing those quick little sneak picks. Nick goes in for another combo, lands it perfectly, and Varian has been picked off. Ultima's trying to buy some time here, and the longer he can stay alive, obviously the more damage he's able to put off. Punisher will be jumping in a second, but Dino's in a position to follow up here on a Kel'Thuzad combo. Will he land it? Not quite. His stacks are building up, though, to 13, and he's about to hit that next spike there. I believe it's still at 15, right? Yeah, at 15, he'll get the spike ability, which will allow for him to be able to set up his own combos.
Yeah, with 5 kills to 0, you can really tell that the blue team is struggling a bit, but as you already mentioned, there is going to be a power spike for Kel'Thuzad soon, and once that he is done with the baseline quest, it's going to increase his damage even more significantly. For them, it's really important to get into the later stages, but at this point, Nick is doing exactly what you expect him to do. Opening up opportunities, getting kills, and he's absolutely on point. He knows that a lot of the responsibility here is hinging on his shoulders. And off we go. They're trying to go in again. Taunt isn't available. They try to go for Benny. They can't quite take him down, but the choke point might just be a problem for them. They lose Malthael again. The Angel of Death doing a lot of dying right now.
Man, Nick's spacing on Karrigan is just out of this world.
Insane.
He just knows exactly the pixel he can hit to land a combo while being at max range so he can be effective. Like, it's so impressive to watch. It's hard not to stare at his character model when he's playing Karrigan.
He's absolutely banana. Six kills to 0. 1 level lead, and they have level 10 abilities now. So Team WoW is playing a catch-up game. Definitely something that they can still pull off. Counting them out of this game would be the biggest mistake that Washed Up could possibly make here. But that lead that they have now, if they can hold on to this and really build on that momentum, that would be the ticket back into this series here at the Grand Final.
For top lane, potentially a gank here underneath tower for Bad Benny. One of the strengths of playing in a new bracket, those beetles being able to spawn in, you can make them hit the fort instead. Masquerade comes in though and goes for an immediate taunt. Bad Benny able to burrow charge out at the last second, thanks to being unstoppable there, and able to survive. So this 10 power spike looks like it might not get too much aside from 2 towers and a gate, which is helpful because the next shrine will be there.
Sonya is now in the middle, getting more experience for them with another minion wave. Malthael down at the bottom of the map, and off we go. There's level 10 as usual. We get the Frost Blast, and we got the Nano Boost, and now also, in addition to that, Last Rites. So a lot that he can pull off to take targets down. Also, Dino is starting to massively stack his baseline. He's at 21, so getting closer and closer to completing the entire thing. But yeah, This is going to be the interesting part here. The second objective. Let's see what they can do here.
Got the camp here to push on in the middle, but Bad Benny sniffed that out. This is giving a full control on the top side of the map to the red team. They're going to use that to move over and grab those siege camps and also put Zul on top of that fort. Can they get that entire thing? With Zul being able to spawn a couple of minions, it looks like they're going to be able to start chunking it down, but only about half HP. Yasu has his Lunar Flare, waiting for a full engage to come his way. Holding for now. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Khaldor being engaged on.
Oh, and to take him down. Alright, that puts more nail in the coffin in that team fight. Ana dead, Khaldor dead. They try for a counter kill on Duranda, and at least they're getting that. To be fair, Kerrigan falls too, and even Copenhagen is in trouble here. Masquerade wants to get the kill, but can't quite claim it. Quasar though, spin to win. He gets the shield out again. There's the taunt, and they still lock in kill number 3.
Not quite a spin there. Masquerade looking for another kill, though. Will it be able to have his lion's breath in a second? He goes for it. He's slow. 30 HP. Hanzo able to dash out, and Bad Benny with the body blocking and the CC will save his ally. But still, strong trades for both teams there. And with the last strikes proc going off there for Malthael, he's been able to get that cooldown reduction starting to build up.
Yeah, that was bonkers. He got away with 30 hit points in that situation. Just one hit and it would have been the end of him. But what a slaughter. Initially, I really thought that there's no way that Team WoW can get out of this fight in halfway decent shape because they lost Khaldor this early. And then shortly after that, it's just total carnage with kill against kill and utter bloodbath. Now it's a 5 versus 5 at the top. Blue team still waiting for the level 13 though, so they're a bit behind in talents, and that might become a problem here.
Bad Benny steps up, trying to create problems himself. Shield comes out from Masquerade, but will it be enough? Not even close. That front line is deleted. Bad Benny as well, though. At last rights finds the kill, and Ultralist starting to really pick off his opponent, chasing down Open, who's able to escape out of the bottom right thanks to his mages are slowing down that back line. Kerrigan in position, though, for a possible kill. Nick goes in, finds a combo, gets 2, and that's going to be another pick. Oh my gosh, they are fighting back, and it's all of the heels of Nick.
5-man team wipe. The entire team taken down. Kerrigan playing beautifully around the Chrysalis just as she was about to die, and then picks up the kills afterwards. It was so well done here. The initial trade in tanks really made it seem like the blue team could completely turn that fight and win the objective, but instead the Frozen Punisher gets claimed by a Washed Up. And Washed Up has taken 2 forts down already. They destroyed the one in the middle and the one at the bottom of the map. They are half a level away from 16. This is exactly what they wanted here. A great composition hinging on their ability to chain CC and dominate snowballing the game, which is exactly what they're doing here. Fantastic execution thus far, and now they're aiming for keep number 1.
Aldros is there, and he's trying to lock down Kerrigan. Kerrigan has no heal whatsoever, and she will be cleaned up. Quasar going for a chase. We'll have a spear in a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, Haswab is taunted down. Another combo comes in, and Quasar is going to be able to start working on Haswab. Haswab somehow still alive, though, trying to take down his turret, and Yasu will go down next, and that's going to be 3 picked off. Meanwhile, the Punisher's beaten on the keep, and Zul did run to the bottom lane to grab a fort, and he will succeed in that fashion.
Yeah, they find Benny, and they might be able to get close enough for a taunt. Not quite. It was kind of funny in the team fight, by the way, because one of the problems was that after Khaldor executed the combo, they tried to walk past Hanzo to chase the next targets down, but everybody ignored Tychus, and he nearly got a kill. So they need to be a bit more careful there and coordinate that. But those kills, of course, did not only stop the attack at the top lane, but also helped them now to gain more control, close the gap in experience a little bit. They're inching towards level 16, and they can take all of the camps now on the map, which is exactly what they're doing, at least at the bottom half.
And you forget the real strength of Khaldor here, or a lot of people do, is that fear factor of him finishing off all of his quests now. Now he's going to be deleting targets left or right. The question is whether or not you can turn the fight around on him and get more kills, or of course dodge that first initial impact that does come in, which is difficult in itself. Dino already looking confident too, stepping up on the front line, holding these bushes here. He wants to surprise an opponent.
We got debilitation for Nubrok on level 16, so with all the CC that they already have, he didn't even go for the epicenter, but instead is just trying to make sure that Khaldor cannot get as much damage out. They're jumping in again with another attack against Copenhagen, who's still alive. Nick looking for another combo. Khaldor doing his best to control this, and Hanzo is forced into his ult, popping Odin as Ultralisk himself is dropping low. Banana Age trying desperately to keep everybody alive here, which is becoming harder and harder for him. They're all so insanely low. Hanzo trying to chase them down, and here comes Nick. This should be the end of Anna, but Banana hits the sleep dart and escapes with his life for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Until he gets the grenade.
Oof. Dino is able to get away thanks to Masquerade turning around and get off a massive taunt. But now this again is another appeal of a Nubrok. Walk into the lanes, grab these minions, take out this keep, and they could even start looking at a core if they would like. Will they do it? Yes, they keep moving forward. They're going to start working on this armor.
They're trying to go for the shield now. I mean, this is Anna gone, so you don't have a healer at this point. But they're retreating. They don't want to risk it. Ooh, better safe than sorry play on the side of Washed Up. Great performance thus far in this game. 17 kills, 2-7. We have the attack with the Khaldor in the middle and down at the bottom of the map, so they have to protect their forts. But they're stealing more camps away. They're trying to build on that one level lead so that they have the early level 20. I mean, again, good job by Washed Up, but the game isn't over, despite the fact that they just took out the first keep of the game.
True. There is a positive here, though, with that top lane pushing in. There will put pressure on top of that core, so they can dance around slowly on this bottom shrine and try to force the blue team into a weird engagement, which Bad Benny can pounce on in a second, and you see that immediately here. The entire blue team is rotating down. They want to establish positioning here.
The problem is obviously that fountain that is still there for the red team.
Yeah.
I mean, for Washed Up, this is great. The problem for them is the timing a little bit, because they would have loved to delay all of this until they have level 20. Now there's still a chance for the blue team to draw even by winning the team fight, taking the objective, closing the experience gap. So that's what they're going to be looking for. And let's see if they could pull it off. Hanzo with a grenade. They're still trying to delay. And of course, time is working in their favor in the sense that the top lane is aggressively pushing with catapults and the camp. So that core is going to be attacked. It's going to eventually take damage if this takes too long.
Nick finds the combo, hits Ultralisk, he will cleanse himself. Bad Benny goes in for a hard engage, going straight on top of Dane Plaza. Nick on that back line, and he is just leading Anna. Anna gets picked off, and Dino's trying to buy himself some time too, while Hasselhoff just shells away those auto attacks, and there just isn't enough without the heals here, Khaldor.
They're getting completely obliterated here. 4 down, 5 down, entire team wiped off the map. 22 kills, 2-7, and this is all she wrote in game number 1. On the core, we have the catapults already doing damage, and Washed Up is turning this into a series. They're trying to get revenge for the loss in the winner bracket final as they claim victory on Infernal Shrines and tie up the best of 5 series at the grand final of the tournament. GG. Well, the series is tied. We got a 1-1 score in our best of 5, so we're already guaranteed to get 4 maps at least as we're heading into game number 3, where we're going to find out which team takes the lead in the grand final. We have 42 heroes that are unavailable at this point in time, so things are starting to get very interesting here. And Washed Up, they can definitely thank Nick for that win on the final map. I mean, I think this is a little bit too simplistic. The entire team worked incredibly well around him and those stuns, but I believe it's fair to say that Nick created tons and tons of kill opportunities for the team and allowed them to take that clean victory on Infernal Shrines.
I mean, there's something to say for having so much confidence in a player on your team that you do build around that, right? Like, that's how strong his Kerrigan is, that they're willing to be like, all right, we can run CC trains all day, and we know that you will set us up to do well with that. So, like, it's totally fair to say that he takes over games with that character. It's an inspiration for team comps. Like, yeah, it makes me want to play Kerrigan, you know?
Yeah, I would love to play Kerrigan, but I would also like to play Kerrigan like that.
Whenever I play Kerrigan, like, my screen is gray for like half the game. It's so weird. Like, I don't know how he's able to see all the time through that.
Your heroes is clearly bugged. That's clearly a problem with your hero. Something's wrong.
It's bonkers, man. I don't get it. It's weird how he's able to do that.
Oh boy. We still got a couple of globals around, by the way, and we haven't seen them banned out yet. So we still have the Haka and we have Falstad here. Both of the globals are available and they're shying away from banning them out. So Abathur insta-locked by Team WoW. That's of course a map where you can also go for the Abathur Samuro cheese, which we've now also seen a few times. Karazim. And I would expect some globals here.
Karazim is such a unique hero. I love what he brings to the game.
I think this is as much a pick for themselves, and Yasuo is strong with him, but also taking it away from the Abathur composition.
Sure. There's a false set too to get that global. Alright, a little bit of pressure. And Vikings are still up, right?
Yeah, Vikings are still up. And Illidan is up as well, so that's another one. If you have Abathur support for Illidan and a good support behind you, you can murder on a big map like that for sure. Greymane is also still available, so that would be a great Abathur copy too.
We would do it. Zarya, Illidan, Abathur. Just running down this map. Ooh, Samuro. There you go.
The Samuro cheese is in the house. The one thing that really surprised me, and you might not believe this, even in the 5 mappers that we got so far, where pretty much all supports were banned out, Zarya was only taken a single time. One time. It was nuts. They ran out of tanks, they ran out of healers, and everybody was like, nah, we don't care about her. Shields, nah, not interested. One game is all we got in the playoffs. It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, there's a Stitches ban. Alright. Why do you ban Stitches here? Clear sign of Cho'Gall. Oh, they banned the Haka. I was actually expecting them early to take him, but of course with Samuro they don't need him anymore. So another global that is potentially available for map number 4 or 5.
I remember from like the HGC days, like Abathur and Haka had like one of the lowest win rates together. It was really weird.
Yeah, here definitely works, but the Samuro Abathur thing, if you get on structures, you can just crush everything. It's crazy. Alright, double pick for Washed Up. Good start, but what are they planning? Illidan and Arthur's. Alright, boys, let's go. Arthur's great against that Samuro setup, of course, as well. Now they have Illidan and Karazim to jump in deep. This is gonna get good. I love it. I love Meta Madness for exactly these drafts. I mean, look at this.
What are they gonna pick here? They need some kind of burst damage. What's available? They've already played Jaina. Kelthos has already been played. Mal'Ganis is still go. I guess you can go for more control and then just try to silence Illidan with a root at 13.
Mal'Ganis is really tough to kill, and if you have support from Abathur as well, he's tough to take down. But they got a 7-sided strike, they got Falstad for disengage, they got Arthur's here, so that's a bit better. I actually like what Washed Up is currently playing here, so we'll see. The Samuro X Factor with Abathur is always a bit of weird, but final pick now, what is Nick gonna get? Or are they gonna swap a hero over to him? They are going for Phoenix. Not really so sold on the Phoenix picks. We had some really nice Phoenix performances, but the only time when I want to see Phoenix is with Murky Octograb for the big bad brrrr.
I feel like the solo here, like, softening them up. That way, Karazim and Illidan can kind of chase down kills, right? So it kind of works in that regard.
It's a big map. Well, Aldrich pass everybody. Map number 3. Let's go. Team WoW against Washed Up. Game number 3, Team WoW against Washed Up, and we are on Alterac Pass. Banana for the blue team, playing Stukov. Dino plays Tassadar. Ultralisk with Samuro. Dequaza is going to try to help them all out with Abathur and the Symbiote, and we have Masquerade playing Mal'Ganis.
On the upside of the map for the blue team, Haswab's on Falstad, Yasuo on Karazim, Bad Biddy on Arthas, Copenhagen, is that how we say it? On Illidan, and then Nick on Phoenix.
Yep, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Absolutely. So, Way of the Wind on level 1. Typical build for Illidan thus far with the Bad Assault. Likely gonna head into level 7 for the added stacks. And for, oh boy, Arthur's Rhyme on level 1. Whereas Abathur Samuro have already done a little bit of damage down at the bottom of the map, going for one of the towers. Falstad is the one that is starting to split off here to help him out. But as this continues, we have the action happen in the middle of the map with a bit of a skirmish between the two teams. as everybody is hoping for the first kill.
Gosh, watching Samiro just moving left and right in these fights can be so obnoxious. Using that movement speed too, just moving in and out. Look at Illidan. Illidan's getting bodied here. Body, bro.
I mean, the thing with Illidan in the early game is just simply that he isn't all that strong. Illidan is really a hero that scales into the mid and the late game. And once that he's there, he can be the agent of chaos. I said already, I want to have a Joker skin for Illidan. I think that would really fit.
I could see that. Yeah.
The skin that I really want, though, is I want to have a baseball skin for Leoric.
Well, let's reach out via email to our community managers for Heroes of the Storm and ask for those so the developers can get on that right away, and it can be on probably about 6 months. Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing that I'm going to get back on that email is a ton of laughter.
I'd be happy to have a response at that point, even if it was laughter. I'm like, oh, nice. Someone does see this.
So it is replying to me. Copium.
Oh,
Whoop, whoop.
that's nice.
Alright, top sides. What do we get here? Still Falstad playing this one out. Middle of the map though. Dainu, okay. He made it out there too. He has of course also the wave jet that they can use to burn these minion waves down and deal with the camps. But Masquerade is ready, and dealing with Mal'Ganis in the first place is already a nuisance, but then he has the symbiote support from Abathar, and you know that you're in for a rough time to take him down.
I mean, trying to get away from me on Arthas. Oh, can he get out of there? Gosh, that is so much CC, dude. Knocked up twice, falling asleep, being silenced. How obnoxious. Wowzers.
Yeah, Benny was a little bit close there, but he is able to get out. Okay, down to the bottom of the map as the mid lane push continues. We still have Copenhagen Ultralisk locked into the 1v1. But the mid lane is suffering. Team WoW looking for that 2-1 lead now, as they're pulling ahead by half a level in experience and starting to get real aggressive here. Falstad up to the top. And Hanzo, on the birdie, Hanzo is just an absolute boss. I still remember days on Blackheart's Bay where he won the game for the team single-handedly, just jumping around them.
I mean, I haven't really talked about Hasu today, but like his positioning still seems to be like world class when it comes to most of his characters in this game. Like early when he was playing Lenara, like there was never a chance for the opponent to actually get a useful amount of CC on him. Like Hasu has been a gamer for his entire life, and he will go down as a gamer when it ends. So, Hasu's just incredible. I love watching him play games.
It's just whatever role he plays, whatever game he plays, he's always just a pillar and the backbone of the team. So you know that he's super reliable, and that's exactly what's going on there. So yeah, couldn't agree with you more. Cams are getting claimed though, or at least they're trying. They're moving in with Ultralisk and try to make their play there. Now Illidan also dashing out as they're trying to protect the prisoners. We got 7 on the board. That gives us the synergy with the Psionic Echo for Tassadar. And we get Mule. A couple of the games today have been sent around different talents on level 7. Networked Carapace in particular, but Mule once again, as we are here on all direct pass. With the Icebound Fortitude kicking in, and as expected for Illidan, obviously, the Unbound, stacking it up on the level 7 quest.
Man, Mule gets so much value in this game. Like, even on this map in particular, whenever you lose your keeps, you lose armor on your main core. So just keeping those alive just makes you that more durable. Ultralisk going in for an engagement on the bottom right. Yasu and Open will work together to try and burn that down. Masquerade trying to buy time, but with an Avatar hat is able to sneak away. Here comes Hasu, though, as it looks like the red team deciding they want to fight. Yeah,
beautiful wall. No entrance over here. Stopped them cold on the chase. But that was a really nice battle. I mean, nobody dying. It was pretty good trying to, or seeing them chase down Mal'Ganis, nearly getting a kill. But both of the teams really eager, of course, to decide this first engagement in their favor now. They want to go for the objective and build up some momentum in this game. But it would be a miss to point out that the team, WoW, is still ahead in experience. And, of course, they are rocking Abathar here. So the real power spike for them is going to hit around level 10 when he's finally going to have access to his copy and can get an additional hit point pool into the battle.
Copenhagen going in. Bad Benny comes in with a Howling Blast, trying to land on Banana H. He pulled back to work on Ultralisk. Nick trying to kite away as best he can here, but these fights are just a chaotic mess with Abathar hats everywhere, Samuro clones. Look at the health bar of the blue team. No one went below 75% HP. Banana just able to keep everyone nice and healthy while Nick rebuilds the shield and comes in for a flake.
Benny needs to be a little bit careful here. Samuro is coming in to try and take him down. Also, Yasu with his kerosene dropping really low, dashing out in the last moment. But Nick in trouble, and he gets eliminated, and it seems like kerosene is not going to make it either. He's trying to get close enough, and there is the target. The dash target for Yasu, but he's still not out of it yet. They're juking. They're juking around Samuro, and they're able to save kerosene. What a boss move.
Great save, but meanwhile, the Ultimate Pass objective has been concluded. And look at that middle lane fort. Just annihilated here as the camps get pushed in. And you're going to see all the blue team rotate in the bottom lane here and start working on Bad Benny and that fort as well. They might be able to grab 2 forts off of this push, which is monumental for building towards that late game.
It's actually crazy how quickly they are pulling ahead here. They got the early level 10 and now they are fully capitalizing on it. They got the objective, 1 fort down, 2 others are getting still attacked, and they're looking for another kill as Karazim is desperately trying to survive here. I mean, I'm cheering for him, I'm rooting for him all the way, Team Baldy, but here comes the Hunter coming in with Sinjagosa!
Multiple kills coming in here. Just 1 for now, but it looked like it'd be multiple kills. That was so cool. Masquerade able to peel on back, and there we go. That's the execution we were looking for. The mini waves will get cleaned up as well. So 2 forts are down, but we find the flavor for the red team, which is a Sinjagosa Hunt combination 4 kills.
That's a new one for me. That's something that I haven't seen yet.
Welcome to Heroes of the Storm, where anything is possible because you are the hero of the storm.
See you in the next.
What's all about right there?
Or
promotional material. Let's do it.
Yeah, I also heard. Yeah, promotional material. I love it too. I heard that they shut everything down with HGC because they love the community so much and they really like the game. Wasn't that what the letter said?
Yeah.
We really have so much passion for this game and it's amazing community. That's, by the way, why we shut down HGC, bitches, and don't give you any development anymore.
Why are we opening old wounds? Let's not do this. You're making me want to start jumping in and start saying things. Let the old wounds be healed. They're scars. They're dead. Whatever. Masquerade goes in. Gets to sleep there. Black Hole even falling up as well, but it doesn't really connect with anybody there, sadly.
Yeah, level 12 is nearly there, but I gotta say that the hopes and dreams of Washed Up to hold on to these forts is about as dead as HGC, so that dream died quickly.
He's just ripping the band-aid off. Here's my scars. Jesus Christ. Full Hunt goes in on Masquerade into a 7-sided strike. Masquerade will get burned down to less than a half of his, or a fifth of his HP, but sadly not a kill for the red team. Nick able to teleport over the wall and still escaping.
Yeah, I thought for a second they could kill him because I didn't realize that he's still at the cooldown up for Warp. I thought he used it previously. But we still have the level 13. No fort taken down yet on the side of Team Woe, so they are still looking at a really good position. Everybody is just checking on the bosses. If somebody's maybe moving in to try and take them, but now the camp is going to come up and they're going to try and claim it. I mean, it's like about the objective again, and Samura is already getting busy up at the top right, trying to cheese that a little bit as soon as he gets his copies back. So here we are, and that gives them the initial lead. They're doing such a great job, and for Washed Up, it's difficult to keep up with them at this point.
Yeah. It really is. You see them constantly trying to like stop Samuro, but like this is where he gets that annoying thorn in the side playstyle from, and that reputation of just being able to walk away from things. And Avatar just really extrapolates that. Bad Benny is working on grabbing this camp to the top left to try and set up for an objective, but he ultimately wanted to wait for level 13. And on top of that, they do need Falstad to show up and help out in these engagements. Masquerade going for the channel, and he actually gets it off somehow there. It looks like Death Coil wasn't available for Bad Benny.
I gotta say, I really think that Team Washed Up needs to boss it up a little bit and win a big fight, because the problem that I really have for them Samuro in the late game with Avatar is so insane in taking down structures, and the map is opening up and they're going to get more space and time as this continues. So in the late game, I think they're going to struggle here a bit against that. This is what they need. They get the kill on Tassadar, and now they are hoping for the follow-up. They can't quite get against Banana Age. They're moving back here, but that got real close. Even Ultralist now playing around the camp and hoping to get a bit closer to the objective. But as all of that plays out, the mid lane is getting pressured by the mid camp, and it's made worse by Abatha assisting it too.
Dude, Samira just made so much time there by delaying the channels to stop that objective from being grabbed. to where they couldn't go defend middle, as you just mentioned there. But that also buys time for the rest of his team to come back and respawn on the map and head back over and then grab the objective afterwards. Great job by Samuro there. Quaza playing out of his mind. And speaking of that, they find a kill on Falstad as well.
Yeah, they're able to pick up the kill at the top with the help of Abathur. Now it's still 14 versus 15. The entire level lead. Masquerade trying to channel nearly makes it work. They're baiting them in at this point. It's a 5 versus 4. But they're also trying to gain the experience so that they have level 16 talents. And with Samuro soaking at the top, interrupting, Abathur soaking at the bottom, Tacita focusing on the next camp. They're all over the place right now, really hitting all of the points they need to.
Nautilus is back at it, trying to work on Bad Benny. Getting some damage in there. It's so funny to see like an auto attacker like Ultralisk, who should technically have a hard time against Arth, that's just chunking him down. 3 auto attacks and he's about half his HP. And I think of those clones as well, beating him down. Hoswell finally soaking up that bottom lane and hits level 15, but they are still 1 full level away from matching the power spike of our blue team.
It's really dangerous right now. They're losing ground. You can see them lose control here. They need a team fight and they need some kills. So Washed Up is going to be in real deep trouble. Benny attacked. He makes it out of the fight since they are starting to refocus their attention towards Karazim and they take him down. Arthur survived through all of this, barely, but he did. And now they go for the next objective. Tacita is already getting busy at the boss. They're doing the same thing they've been doing for the last 5 to 6 minutes. They're hitting all the points on the map simultaneously. Samuro, a huge part of it. They go for the objective. They go for their camp. They are split pushing with Abathur. Now they take the boss. It's so tricky for Washed Up to try and keep up with all of that action.
There's the boss. Finally grabbed there. Big push coming in. How many keeps do you think go down on this push? 1? Maybe 2?
The problem is once that you have 2 keeps eliminated, it means 2 of the armor shields on the core are gone, and then Samuro Abathur can pretty much do their thing alone. So yeah, it's going to be really difficult. I like that Hanzo at least is going to the bot lane and pushed it out very heavily, but now he has to retreat. There was a rotation coming his way. He needs to assist them also with the defense, but this is going to hurt, especially through the top lane. And even more so if you lose a hero now.
Oh yeah, yeah. 16 finally hits though, so that's good. Illidan was locked down into a sleep, but Dino is able to get some damage on him before he escapes. And here we go, the front wall being sieged on both the middle and the top side. Samiro holding his own. There is the full combo that we've been trying to see from our red team. Oh my gosh, Phoenix gets picked off with the Abathur spike.
Samuro Abathur is
too.
ridiculous at this point.
Ugh.
Well,
you sacrifice this and just go defend the other lanes? Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're trying to buy time. So what little minions do get picked off by the keep.
Yeah, you can't really go for the core here. As long as only 1 armor shield is gone, you can't really go for the core. I've seen maybe 1 game in my entire years of the Stormcaster career where a core was taken down with 2 armor shields still intact. But they go into the mid lane now, and this one is already on half HP. They're gonna get this as well.
Ghost comes out to buy some time there. Ooh, we do have a massive Mighty Gust here. Can it keep Yasuo alive? No, he gets locked in with the Tacita wall, and Hanzo also gets slapped as well. And with the second keep finally taking some damage, this core is getting low on HP. It's trying to help out the defense. There's a hunt as well in the back line. Dino able to get away there.
They get it.
Still only 1 armor missing from this core, but I think they're gonna get it here, Khaldor, and they do.
Nicely done. I don't see that a lot, but a 2-1 lead now for Team WoW against Washed Up.
Wow.
Battlefield of Eternity, 2-1 lead, everybody. Let's go. So at this point we have with BOE a lead for the blue team. We just locked in another win on Alterac Pass, and here we go with another opportunity for Washed Up to tie the series, draw even, force game number 5. And obviously, as we're now in game number 4, this means 52 heroes are banned. Let the madness begin. I'm ready.
So to give you a quick rundown what's available, it's ETC, Stitches, Dahaka, Diva, Gazlo, Imperius, Ragnaros, Rexar, Thrall, Morales, Lili, Ariel, Uther, Whitemane, and then a few range characters. Oh, and Alark and Butcher.
I was just thinking for a second, is he going to run through every single character that's still available there? Because that's going to be a long list.
I will. I'll do it.
That's 48 heroes that you have to go through. Yeah, with ETC and Stitches as the two main tanks and then Imperius being around, if they start banning some of them, it could become a bit more dangerous. But there's also Cho'Gall. So Cho'Gall is one of those that you oftentimes forget when we're talking about tanks, but he would fit that bill really well. And Stitches gets banned, so did Alarak. Okay, so with Battlefield, you also have a very, very fight-focused map where you're going to see a lot of team fights and battles, so...
I feel like ETC might be worth banning here, because like it's first pick worthy in my opinion. Like ETC is so strong on Battlefield Eternity with all the control and being able to fight around those massive immortals.
First of all, that, and he was always a really good pick on this map anyways, because again, you can stun into the immortal stun, you can push into the immortal stun, but they go for the Suljin first pick, and we've seen Suljins pop off in this tournament. Boy, oh boy. I absolutely love this pick. Zarya banned. After I've just talked in the previous game, I believe, how little she was played so far in the tournament, we now finally have a match in which the teams and the players really appreciate her, especially on BOE. So she's getting the axe. Dehaka ETC, proper frontline for them. I like it. Yeah, really good double pick for them.
That's an incredible start for them. Massive amounts of CC, the strength around the immortal, as you mentioned. Dehaka comes in, drops down a big boy tongue. It's over with, man.
Yeah, supports, I mean, we still have a lot of good supports out too, and nobody has been banned, so it's not going to be in a choke there. Junkrat was still up. Rexa, this is still a really, really good draft, even for game number 4. With all of the picks and the oddity picks that they had in some of the previous games, there's still a lot of strong heroes around that can build the backbone of your composition. But now as the bans are coming in and start to whittle this down even further, let's see what Team WoW can do. I mean, if this goes to 5 maps, this would be just bonkers, but BOE is promising fireworks one way or another.
Are there any DPSers available left here for BOE to pick up? Let me look here on ranged. Chromie's banned out, but she's good on this map. Junkrat's already been taken by the opposing team. Zebo is up and available. He's okay. Li-Ming, yeah.
No, Greymane is banned, but sorry, Li-Ming is banned, but Greymane is open.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Greymane. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Greymane would be really strong.
Here? It would be really strong. Did you just take it out just to keep that option limited for them?
They could.
Let's see what they do here.
But I think Kel'Thas is also a very strong pick because they played some of the previous games with ETC Power Slide and the Kel'Thas Gravity Labs. Not necessarily powerful against the Immortal, but if you're focusing on winning the team fight instead and want to have more CC, that might become an option for you that you can play around with a little bit. So, they go Gul'dan. Yeah, true. He's also still available. Okay. Gul'dan gets taken. And Morales. Okay, nice. Morales in the house. Final 2 picks, though, for Washed Up. What's it going to be? They still kind of need a main tank. There's not really a main tank available, though. Uther is still up, right? So they could go Uther main tank as well if they wanted to and go for a double support here with Rexa and Suljin. Could be played.
Diva's up. You want to buy time? Okay, so double support with an Yrel.
Yep.
Uther main tank. Misha do most of the frontline work, it looks like, right?
I mean, you get Uther as a main tank. He doubles as a main tank. Still has to sustain. Brings the stun in. Yrel is going to be with them, and obviously, yeah, Misha helps you then out of the front too. But that is a solid draft that also keeps Suljin alive and puts him into the prime position here with Dainu on the final pick. BOE, guys, map number 4, and we get Mephisto. Double mage for Team WoW. Gul'dan, Mephisto. Let's get rolling. We have the 4th map, the first match point for the blue team. Game number 4, Team WoW with the lead, the 2-1, their first match point here in Battlefield of Eternity as they go up against Washed Up. On the left side in blue, Dequaza on Dehaka, Banana H on Morales. We get Masquerade on ETC, Ultralisk on Gul'dan, and Dainu on Mephisto.
To the far right in the red, Washed Up trying to tie up the series and go to a game at number 5. Hasawabs on Junkrat, Nick on Zul'jin, Yasu on Yrel, Bad Bunny on Uther, and Copenhagen on Rexxar.
Top lane, Dehaka and Rexa, and down to the bottom of the map. We got our 4-man. Bad Benny going to horse camp again, apparently. Riding the Pleb Horse into battle. No unique or epic mount this time. We got the block party and the life support on the level 1 talents for the blue team. But recklessness, of course, once again for Zul'jin, and we're going to keep our eyes on Nick and his stacking proccers for the baseline and his level 7 talent, which very likely is going to be the Arcanite Axis again.
I'm staring at Zul'jin. What's it come down to? Nick does have like a good position to get some decent stacks due to there being double front line. But look at the positioning here for the blue team. They are not giving him a single auto attack yet. Finally he gets it, but it's in an attempt to try and find a kill on Yasuo, who eats a massive corruption from Ultralisk. Able to sneak out, but big amount of damage, which is always really obnoxious to deal with as Ariel.
Yeah, with Zul'jin, what you're saying about the stacks is definitely true, but I feel you always have to face the music eventually when the Immortal pops up, and these camps are also kind of important. And since he has a double support behind him, he can play a bit more aggressive than usual. But they are cautious, you can tell. You have an ETC that can power slide you at any point, and worst case scenario would then be for the Hogger to appear as well. So you want to be really, really cautious in these situations.
I think even fully aware too. Multiple times Mephisto goes in, and they wait for Uther or someone to step up, and then they have Masquerade followed up into a power slide. Nick is dodged out in 2 of those, but ooh, there's that damage that can chunk him out. But look at that healing coming in from Zul'jin himself and the 2 healers. Still slowly getting poked out here, though, however, as the bottom lane finally gets to the turret to get some damage in.
Now you're going up against the double mage now, too. A big slide in, Dino in trouble, and there's the kill. Zul'jin gets the kill, and the stacks sitting at 5. Trying to hammer in a few more of the access as topside. Rexa seems to be also doing very well against Equasa currently. They get the kill, the early level 4 talent, and some extra pressure down through the bottom of the map now.
Octopus is a good wave clear. They'll be able to deal with that. It's time for the camps to get picked up, though. Typically, you'll see those grabbed around this time and have them pushing in the top lane. I do want to see what exactly is going to happen around this Immortal phase. Will we have our double tank comp with the Dahaka ETC play a little bit more defensively, or will they Quasi try to soak out and squeeze out some experience leads?
I mean, back in the day, that's what you did, right? You kept the Haka on the side lane, waited for level 10 to hit with the second objective, then tunneled in. You can make a similar play around the first one for level 7. Copenhagen, though, he, can't make a play there anymore. That was just a bit too late. He stayed way too long. Now, he bought the team at the bottom of the map a bit of time to go for a halftime show victory, which they are now getting, but that obviously was a bit annoying. Rex are dying in that situation, has set them back a little bit, and now they gotta be careful.
Father hunting down, looking for a drag. Not quite finding it, actually playing defense here. With Banana and Masquerade here to help out. Dino and Ultros will work on trying to work on the DPS, but there we go. Kaza stepping up, goes for a burrow. Here's Masquerade on the side. Bat Benny comes in with an immediate stun. Well done there, as Open is suddenly locked into a corner with some Immortals.
Yeah, Copenhagen attacked again, but they're looking really good on the Immortal. As long as they don't lose anybody here, they should be absolutely fine. Gul'dan is the only one attacking on the left side. He's getting it low, but I don't think they can win this. The big stun coming through, though. And Zul'jin is dead, the first one to die. They go for Benny. They try to take him down, too. The red team wins the objective, but they lose Zul'jin, and gotta be very, very careful now how they approach this.
That was all Banana, by the way. That was a grenade that flew behind Zul'jin and knocked him into a stun, and then the rest of the team just followed it up perfectly. Banana making plays as per usual. That's all that man knows how to do.
Yeah, so now we get the Immortal down here. They got to try and take this one down. Quick stun against Mephisto. Level 7 talents for both of the teams at roughly the same time. And we get the Vicious Assault for Nick, so not going into the Arcanite axis that we've so far seen in every single Zul'jin game today. Vicious Assault instead, slight deviation, and the Energized Cord for Oriel on the attack speed.
Poor Quaza. Every time he steps up, Ariel's been saving her ribbon just to knock him back. That tether's been on point every single time. It always feels bad as Dahaka to go in for a burrow and go for a flank and then just get it immediately shut down. Because like the entire team fight is usually relying on top of you hitting that drag or putting pressure on the back line. It's a very hard line to ride. And Quaza sadly is getting the worst part of it so far.
Yeah, he definitely is. But this team now... Oh, nice, the stun. And what a play again. I mean, glorious from Junkrat here. They get the Mephisto kill. And now the camp, it has been claimed by Team WoW, but they can't really use it to push. Nicely done.
Ocelobs showing his prowess in mini heroes, as he always does. The experience, however, very, very close, and 10 gets great for our blue team, with you being able to move into that Horrify. Ultralisk, a little bit low on HP, as Misha came in for a flank, can't quite find the kill, but 10's is where things get really terrifying. Double mage compositions, what do you think? We're gonna get the Durans, or do you think we'll get Souls and just go for full damage?
Sorry, where?
Mephisto? Do you think we're gonna get Durans of the Storm? Or?
Durans. I think he goes for Durans of Hate here. The thing is also that I believe... the one thing that makes me personally happy is that we are seeing Washed Up really playing on eye level with the blue team, at least up to this point. Now, obviously, it can always start snowballing and flip around, but Washed Up is playing so much better than they did in the winner bracket final against Team WoW. So I'm pretty happy that they found their rhythm through the trip in the losers bracket and are now just pushing aggressively and really trading. I mean, at the top lane, a heavy push set up by them as they're trying to take a fort down. They gotta be careful with Copenhagen, of course, because he gets licked and is dead again. De Quasar with a big move.
It's always so weird to look at Rexar and just see him get tongued once and he just instantly dies. He's like this big burly ogre that looks so beefy and meaty and just gets destroyed by one tongue. Absolutely picked off, and that's a massive lead here at 10. One of the worst times to die, sadly, for our red team, as they take half of the Immortal immediately.
Interesting. We actually have him with Medivh. Medivh over anything else. Okay, that's already an interesting one. Let's see what they're going to do with that. They don't really have a whole lot of auto attacking here, so I guess from that perspective it makes sense. The question is just what are they going to use this for? Are they going to be able to buy themselves a little bit of time as they're trying to take some structures down? Are we going to see some aggressive rotations later on in the game? Or is it just going to be used as an escape vehicle? Either way, the red team is currently losing objective number 2 because Team WoW is showing no mercy around the Immortal, and they're going to claim this one for sure.
Just need one more corruption here from Ultralisk. Oh, here's Unleash the Borzo. They go straight on top of Gul'dan, and he will get picked off. And that Immortal is still alive, by the way. Hanzo runs to the bottom right to keep that away. 160 HP. Nick's going to do whatever he can here to get some decent DPS onto it, but I don't know if he's going to be able to win this race here. They would have to have an immaculate defense.
Yeah, and they're doing fantastic defense. I got to give them that. But it's finally claimed. No, the hit point pool was whittled down a little bit more. But yeah, really nice. I like the way that has been playing out here. Good kill from Washed Up. They realized they were losing the objective, but at least they got a kill. Now it's 3 kills to 3. But this is, of course, a solid shield on the Immortal they're currently using here.
Top lane push. Heading down these towers. Dahaka, Silk on the side. The experience lead to 12. About to connect. Misha trying to front line for the team. Oh, it darts over the wall. Dino able to hit it. Beautiful Aegis though coming out from Yasu to prevent that damage, and they put some hits on Masquerade. So eventually this Mortal will get cleaned up. You know what? I gotta say, that defense was pretty mighty here from the red team. It
was, and they did a great job also with the immediate Aegis as we saw the Durance of Hate coming out. The timing was a little bit off for the blue team. Their thought process was to use the ult of Gul'dan to make sure that Yrel can't use her ult and save the target. But that didn't quite work out that way, so she hit exactly the little window between the two abilities coming out, and that saved them and allowed them to defend this very easily, and the fort did not fall. So great job from Washed Up here. Good thought process from the blue team for sure, but the execution that we saw on the defense from Washed Up was absolutely spectacular.
This is incredibly close, actually. Yeah. 140 on the top left corner, 1 bruise in the top right, so eventually that can be grabbed. And remember, the global power is always a scary power they have to be aware of. That is here in the form of Dahaka. I am very, very curious here if we'll ever see a mosh pit actually go off. They've had a hard time getting that ETC in there. Just Yasu really is playing on point in this game, playing to make sure that he can go to a game number 5.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's doing great work here. And the stacks are also coming together for a lot of these guys. I mean, look at Gul'dan, for example. He's already at 37 stacks. A lot of players are happy when they're completing this around level 16, and he's already about to finish it. Another Durance of Hate attack against Uther, but he's still able to get out here. Sul'jin on 13 with the Ensnare now, as both of the teams are picking up the next talent.
Quaza comes in, and right when Hanzo went for that Riptide, are able to grab the tongue there. That way no damage goes on top of his ETC. So heroics are being used. And remember, that Durance is actually a very low cooldown. It's up in 30 seconds. It'll be available here for the halftime show in the Immortal phase, or even more. Quaza gets 5-man surrounded, though, and gets obliterated by the red team as he gets picked off, unexpecting that gank in the top lane.
I mean, Washed Up is really fighting for that chance to go to game number 5. They're really bringing the pain here. You gotta love the commitment from them. It's so glorious to just see them go full all out with these attacks whenever they need to. And of course, there's also the late game stacking from Sul'jin. Is at 24 stacks on the baseline now, and he's getting stronger and stronger with these auto attacks, trying to melt down the Immortal. And this one is looking very, very good for the red team.
That's great chasing, but he can't get up there. You know, Uther, Misha, Yrel actually makes it a lot harder to move in than I thought. I'll say I was actually a little bit doubting on the Uther pick here. Thought it would get picked up too much, but they are holding this front line. Finally, Misha goes down, which will buy some time. She will return eventually. Fort in the bottom lane does get sieged down. Bad Betty coming in, trying to get the stun. The Riptide are chasing. Morales is on the way to save Ultilis, has a safeguard. There's the heal. Fort will fall. And we're getting a bloodbath here, Khaldor.
Yeah, we absolutely are. 7 kills, 12 minutes in. It's not the most kill-heavy game, but there's the drag. They go for Benny, and he gets all the heals, but he gets stunned again as Masquerade is coming in from the side. Eeg is used, and EDC dies as well as Uther as the fight continues.
Uther provides a couple of heals, and red team will be able to walk away nice and healthy. And remember, they were in the lead when it came to some Mortal phase, so now they can go straight to the top side and start burning it down. Blue team will have to take a consolation prize and do their best just to slow down anything. Quaza goes to sneak out and wants to maybe looking for a tongue. Durance of Hate is available, so if he can find that, they can go for a fight, but they decide to hold off. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Catapults are already working on those turrets, and they will open that wall.
Yeah, it's all about the Immortal at this point for them right now, so they're just trying to get a bit closer there. Morales, yeah, flying ETC back in. Junkrat is dead. Nice hits by Team WoW. They're getting the kill, and they're still safeguarding their own Immortal. I think they're still going to lose it eventually, but if they can just take that hit point pool down a little bit more, then it's not going to hurt all that much. And you know what? The way this is going, they might just as well win it. Already ETC coming in with the big dance party. The Aegis gets used, but Uther is still swinging those hips as the blue team is slowly retreating here with Gul'dan doing more and more damage on the objective.
Uther is swinging those hips. Tongue about to come out here for Nick. He gets laid down here. Finally will pop his ult and the Divine Shield. Quaza gets deleted. Gul'dan still working on that Immortal phase down there. Dino trying to buy some time. And it looks like they are going to eventually get to some Immortal phase, but still a nice turnaround. And I have to ask you, what hips were swinging there, Khaldor? I totally missed it.
I mean, Uther was dancing like a beast. He got saved by the Aegis for just a second. But there we go. Another kill. And the timing on this one is awesome. Now that Morales is gone, this Immortal push is going to hurt even more. Level 16 for them. The fort is already being given up. They're not even trying. They're just sitting behind at the keep. They're just saying, all right, we give this one up. We're waiting for at least the Hogger. But this is big for Washed Up. This is really big.
Ooh. All right. It will go into melee form here. There it is. So that gives them a little bit more room. And thanks to the double mage composition, they can be annoying. Oh, Mephisto goes in. Apparently will survive.
This is dangerous. This is really dangerous for Team WoW. They have to be super careful here. Washed Up is pushing for Game 5. They're really pushing for it, and it's looking great for them.
Masquerade finally gets on top of Misha. She will get picked off. Immortal kind of low here. Team was thinking about moving in for an engage, but everyone on the red team skedaddled out there, and that keep is down to half HP. So keeps are still up. No massive catapult pressure will be coming. Only the ones from the force getting picked off. Masquerade, however, looking for a chase. He does know his opponents are in this area with Dino leading the charge. They want to try and lock him down, but red team is just too on point right now with their disengages.
5 kills to 7. Cam's getting taken again. Structural lead is now there for Washed Up. But again, it's still very, very close. Only a 2-kill difference between the teams. Quick rotation with the Medivh right now, trying to get 2 of the camps successfully, I might add. I like that they're using the ult now in this way, because the cooldown is low to begin with, but that also allows them to take a few more camps. It helps them to close the experience gap even faster than they normally would be able to. But this game is still absolutely open. Anybody can still win this one. One big team fight and anything can change here.
EDC sniffing out. He finds Ariel. Me at knockback again. Yasuo's ready to go there. I feel like Dino, every time he goes in for an E, just goes down to half HP. Luckily he has somewhere else to go back to every single time. But it's been a frustrating experience for him. Both him and Masquerade can just not find an angle they want. Bottom lane is being pushed in. That will be cleared out by Dahaka, and we will go to it the next Immortal phase. And the next one, if it goes over to our red team, this could be game over, and we could be going to game number 5.
Yeah, absolutely. If they win this one as well, that would be the dream. And Suljin, again, he's at 37,000 stack. Yeah, he wishes. So he's at 37 stacks, 38,000 damage. Has decided to not go Arcanite access. So a bit of a different focus for him here. But Nick is immediately starting to burn this down. Immediately. They're trying to get a hold of him. Gul'dan is on the left side of the map. We have only one camp, one shaman camp that's at the bottom of the map, pushing for the blue team in an attempt to threaten the keep. But the race is close, very close here on the halftime show. And I think the red team is soon going to fall down with more heroes to try and stop this one. Hanzo's the one taking care of it. The rest of team Washed Up is trying to find an angle. And they look for Masquerade, but they can't lock the kill in.
Able to power slide away. And remember, he picked up the ability to go through terrain as well, so escapes are pivotal and easy to pull off here. Top lane is going to be soaked up, but Golden can clear that up in a jiffy. Defense now goes into full effect here for our blue team. It's 18.25 of experience versus 18.25. We are deathly close in this match on Battlefield of Eternity.
Camp is up again. So they're trying to claim it while they're still defending at the same time. They're a little bit behind right now. 18 to 18. 40 stacks for Gul'dan. For him too. Gul'dan and 40 stacks, and the synergy with the Runer's Affliction, where Suljin has 40 on the baseline. Dahaka not quite done with the level 1 yet, but he is getting close. Another ensnare is hitting Masquerade as they're trying to go for the kill. Nick gets immediately attacked. That's the Horrify. Aegis instantly from Yasuo, safeguarding their damage dealer. Great play by him. Not a big Riptide, and they're starting to push them back and chasing the blue team to the left side of the map.
And they have to keep the pressure up too, because Morales will build up her energy and heal everyone back up. This is where they use their chance to bring in a couple of grenades. Dequaza positioned in the top side with his tongue, scouted out immediately by Hasu thanks to his traps. And with Gul'dan sneaking away to clear the top lane, this could be the chance for the red team to move in. And they do, using Zul'jin to start chunking down that Immortal.
Absolutely. They see Gul'dan topside on the minimap, and instantly they're starting to make a play. The Lick on Uther might have to use the Divine Shield, yet they're turning it around. ETC's down, but so is Suljin. The damage dealer is gone. Divine Shield wasn't used, his ult wasn't used. Now they're in real trouble, and it results in a second kill. Uther falls. A lot of the R buttons were not hit in that fight. Great play by team. Whoa, fantastic synergy. And they're making the move for the Immortal.
Absolutely brutal, but it shows how brittle both these team comps can be. If you just make a slight mistake, you can just falter really quickly there. When Zul'jin unable to use his ultimate due to the CC and how quickly that damage came in, the Immortal with half a shield baked in is going to be pushing that top lane. It will be moving in for the keep. Now the good news is Zul'jin will be back as well as Uther, and there is enough damage here. They should have defense where we can get another Immortal phase for sure, but both teams will be level 20 when that occurs.
Level 20 is in, and we are getting the Hospice Care. We got the Contagion. Haunted is of course in as well, but as you already mentioned, the red team should be able to pick up their next talent as well. Then again, they have nobody soaking the waves down at the bottom of the map, so that's the next problem. At the same time, topside, this is already wreaking havoc, and so far the Immortal hasn't switched into melee mode yet. Everybody is looking for an opportunity to go and get that kill, and particularly the blue team is of course attempting to capitalize on the level 20 talent. Up to this point, Washed Up hasn't drawn even in talents. Nick needs to be careful. The slide. The keep is down, but they're trying to defend. And here's the attack. The Horrify is out already. And this is the kill on Junkrat and Uther.
Oh, they're taken out, and that's right before 22, so he couldn't even get that resurrection. Literally a minion away from 20. This core will be focused down, and it's starting to burn. It's 80% down to 70. There is going to be a Misha charge here on top of Dino. Finally, Masquerade is able to get off Mosh Pit. It's going to have two dancing here. A feigned death from Copenhagen, but the core is being focused down on Khaldor. That is going to be the win here for our blue team.
Team WoW, they win Meta Madness. Congratulations, taking Washed Up down with a 3-1. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.